I think when it comes to thinking about faith and science, I sit in a bit of a unique seat because I have a PhD in theoretical quantum physics. Actually, I'm trained world class at that, and was quite good at it. Loved it. And so I've got that, but I'm also occupationally a pastor, and in fact, the pastoral work that I do specifically involves a lot of training and prayer along the areas of healing or deliverance or what we might call supernatural gifting. And so I sit in a bit of a unique seat, understanding and living in both of these worlds. My experience and my perspective is this. I don't believe that there is inherently tension between these two. There's often a picture that gets painted that science is anti-God, or that because we can understand and explain some things that, we used to think were supernatural, now the supernatural, realm doesn't exist anymore, or something like that. And I just see a lot of that thinking is mostly unnecessary and not really very good thinking. I think science is studying the fingerprints of God. I think God made this whole thing, and the way that he made it can serve as an illustration for us to understand a little bit about who he is. And I think science is an incredible method to do that. I think that by studying this universe, by really trying to understand it, we can, in a sense, think God's thoughts after him. You can say, wow, what a beautiful way for all of this to be made. And by seeing the beauty of the creation, I don't think in any way it diminishes the beauty of the Creator. And so I don't see there being a real tension between faith and science. And I don't even see there being a tension between the supernatural and science. Somewhere along the way, there got to be this idea that we can figure things out on our own. Therefore, everything that we understand is the only things that exist. And so science and the scientific method began to become the center point for identifying what is reality. If it's not scientifically testable, it's not real, it's not true. But there's no real reason that has to be the case. And in essence, we fell in love with science and we just decided everything was supposed to be science. Now, I like science. Science is powerful. Science is amazing. We have computers, we have GPS, we have cell phones, we have, improvements in food and all these things. It's wonderful. I'm not trying to downplay science, but I don't know that science necessarily is the only way to know something. And I think that that's actually where we've created a tension that doesn't necessarily need to be there. There can be a wonderfully, intricately created, beautiful material world that we can know and understand through science. That doesn't in any way invalidate the idea that there is also a supernatural, a spiritual world that we can't know through science, which is why we need to know it through another method. The scriptures would be a great example. And I honestly don't see a tension between either of them, and I do them. That's my day job. And so I think a lot of that comes because people want to oppose the other one. People say, well, I don't like science, and so I'm going to hang on to faith and push science away, or the other way around. I don't like faith, I don't like the supernatural. Science is real, it's the answer. That's actually people's personal tensions, and they're inserting it into the situation. There doesn't have to be a tension between them.